Ali Dadka, how are you today?
Good, John. How are you doing?
Well, I'm great. I'm really great because I'm talking to you about a pretty exciting program that we're working together on. And maybe you could explain that program relatively briefly because people, they don't have a lot of patience with this stuff. But if you could explain to us what we're excited about.
Yeah, sure. So the name of the program is C11 Work Permit that falls under a general program that is called International Mobility Program. We call it IMP. Generally, if someone wants to come to Canada, they need to get approval from Service Canada. But for certain entrepreneurs and self-employed, if they can show the business that they want to open here in Canada has significant benefit, they can bypass Service Canada and directly apply for a C11 work permit. So this C11 work permit, the applicant need to show the plan they want to make has significant benefit for Canadians in that region or cities they are going there. And the way Immigration Canada defines significant benefit is it could be either by creating certain number of jobs, uh, investing certain amount of money. So that's like economic benefit. It could be social benefit. It could be cultural benefit. It could be transfer of knowledge. They have unique knowledge. They have a unique idea they want to do in a place. So basically, they come here, start a company, invest money, hire a bunch of people from the local community, and start a business. That's that. The program is called C11, and people get a work permit to come to Canada to establish that.
This is fascinating and very encouraging because, of course, there have been extensive recent policies come out of Ottawa limiting immigration for valid reasons.
Yeah.
And yet, this is a real economic development um, motivator and to help build regions, businesses on the strength of folks coming here to Canada. Okay, let's role play a bit, you and I. All right.
Yeah.
I am the now CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. I am the Economic Development Officer for the region. I've received a request, I've received an ask from you, and now I'm starting to think, okay, and I'm going to be skeptical because that could be what people are thinking. All right. So right
Mhm.
out of the gate, people need to know that you are a lawyer in Canada and you work for a company called Infinity Law, based in Victoria. You're a corporate and immigration lawyer for the better
Correct.
part of 10 years, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, great. Good to hear. And
Of
you've
course.
got extensive immigration experience.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm going, well, why, how do I know this company's legit that we're trying to bring in? How do I know these ideas are legit? How do I know what you're saying is actually going to happen? How do you validate that for me?
Yeah. Um, there are different levels of validation. I mean, us as lawyers, before we work with clients, we do certain due diligence. Aside from that, the applicants themselves, they got to be really serious to do this. The applicants we work with, they generally, for the year one only, they show enough money in their bank account to invest, which is about over $200,000.
Mhm.
They hire a company to do a full business plan for them. They hire us to incorporate a company for them. And sometime before they even come, they rent a virtual office to be able to have an address and start operating. And kind of like if they need to correspond with suppliers, they correspond with various government agencies that they need to get license, permit, depending on the type of business.
Mhm.
So they have to go through all of this. On top of that, they still have to go through Immigration Canada. Immigration Canada is going to validate, has to validate all of those too. They will ask for background, resume, work experience, education, a criminal record check, enough money in the bank account to support themselves, to create that many jobs in that region. They go, Immigration Canada has its own check and balances too. They will go through all those criteria. So before even they get here, they have to be validated. They have to go through a couple of filters before even they get here.
That is very encouraging. because okay, sorry, I'm role playing again. Those would be my concerns. I want to make sure that the company is legitimate. Okay. I want to make sure the people are legitimate that
Yeah,
are sponsoring this company. Uh, so you, as immigration corporate lawyer, you manage this process. You ensure that all of those variables that Canadian immigration puts in front of this individual or individuals are met and validated, correct?
absolutely. So to make sure it's a legitimate business, so we help them with the immigration part. But on top of that, they need to be connected to other resources. For example, they need help with a business plan. So we connect them to a separate company who does their separate business plan. They need to find a commercial lease before they come here. We connect them with a realtor to help them with a lease. So we go through their plan. We see if it's legitimate or not. We help them with their legal work. And on top of it, we connect them with other resources who's going to further connect them to help them to put their application together to come here. So it's a group of people, they go through this, and if they don't think it's a legitimate business, basically, there are various people who say, no, 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 we don't want to work with them.
Yeah, fat. Oh, that's amazing. Well, that is more scrutiny than probably 99% of Canadian businesses have to go through.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, and you look, John, I don't want to sugarcoat it. At the end of the day, they are startup businesses, and because they
Mhm.
have to come and start something new.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm not gonna say all of those businesses are gonna turn out to be $1 million business. No, I mean we all know the stats for startup businesses, but they have certain commitment to make. And I've seen these business plans. They usually say they have a 3 to 5 years business plan. Within that 3 to 5 years, they are often hiring 15 to 20 people from
yeah,
that local region.
yeah.
Uh, and it's not like they can kind of offset this work to someone in a different country. They have to hire from that region, from that city,
Okay,
from that they
right.
go to. I've seen their business plan. They're investing at least 200 to $250,000 in year one of the operation.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and if these are not serious people, these are not kind of numbers they're going to put on paper because they have a commitment to Immigration Canada at the other
yes.
end of it too.
In the numerous amount of businesses I've started in my lifetime, you can tell by my hair, I'm a rather aged person. I would sometimes only create a 2 to 3 page business plan.
Yeah.
Uh, are these business plans comprehensive? Are they involved with the kind of what they call SWOT analysis that allows someone reading it to say, oh, here is some context of this business coming into my region?
Yeah. I mean, I understand quantity doesn't speak to quality, but usually these business plans are at least like 40 something pages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay.
there are a couple pages, and I mean to just talk about few headings there, they have market analysis, they have a competitor analysis, whether in that region or like in Canada overall. They have SWOT analysis, they have financial forecast, they have staffing plan, like who are we going to hire each year. And the other thing I forgot to mention, so let's say they want to come do a certain business in a certain city. So they got to hire people, something from 5 to 15, 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we know they can even find those people in their local region? They
Mm,
got to be sure the talent they want to hire is there. What they do is they even hire a recruitment company.
mm,
Before even they get here, the recruitment company advertise those ads in those regions. They try to even reach out, interview few of those people before they even get here. So even
so they're,
hiring, paying for a recruitment company to help them to hire local talent. These
yeah,
are all the steps they take before they even get here.
very comprehensive. I'm now feeling a whole lot better to provide a support letter for a company that you are working with to a startup in BC, and I suspect anywhere else in Canada. Is that true?
Correct. Yeah. Usually the program doesn't, the only province is Quebec, but other than Quebec, basically any province or territories this businesses can go. Yeah.
Okay. Ali, thank you. We'll do an update video maybe in the new year.
Sounds good. Thank you, John.
Okay, you bet.